We have consistently contacted several staff members of BUSU to request meetings and information, and have not received responses to those requests.
I'll go through the communication timeline that I've gotten. Again, November 23rd, I sent an email to OPIRG introducing myself to the board, and I asked for a number of items. I asked for the audited financials of 2014 and 2015, the audited financials of 2015-2016, the 2016-17 budget, the 2016-17 budget to be posted to the site, which I don't have access to the site because of past issues, so to the Facebook page. A list of the board of directors that were currently sitting, a staff directory of who was working with OPIRG, location where they were holding their meetings, and offered 2 additional times for BUSAC presentation. OPIRG got back to me on November 29th, 6 days later, that they're in the process of putting together the requests that I had for them. On December 12th, I sent back an email to the OPIRG board asking for progress. I received no response to that email. On January 5th, I sent an email following up yet again, relisted the above items, and did that on the January 5th. Received an email back a month later on February 2nd from the OPIRG bookkeeper, Vanessa, acknowledging the requests, and then her asking me if anyone from the board had reached out. I sent back an email to the bookkeeper on February 12th, because I was away on vacation, and that they said it would be a few weeks back in November, and that I forwarded her all of the requests as well from November 23rd that I had originally sent, and had not received any of the items yet. February 12th, OPIRG got back to me and said they requested a meeting as soon as possible, which then I replied, I'd be happy to set up a meeting. I CC'd Patrick Foster on it. I said, once we get the items that we requested, because many of them required no work with the accountants, with bookkeepers. Some of them were very simple questions of who were your directors, which was not replied and not answered. Do you have a budget? And when you collected fees in May onward of $117,000 for students, you would hope by February 12th that there'd be a working budget for that year for the $117,000, not to mention the number of audit financials in the past. None of that had been received. On February 12th, again, I said we'd arrange a meeting once we got the information sent back. And the last response that I had was on February 23rd, providing me with the 2014-15 final. I've still not received a list of the staff working for OPIRG. I've not received an answer on the locations of meetings until tonight in the presentation. And tonight was the first presentation that came to BUSAC after offering 3 times. So as much as I'm not going to comment on the inactivity piece that Patrick has, and Patrick's not here to speak to that, my concerns have been solely on the financial transparency of the organization and the accountability that they have to students, the same as we do.
Just to clarify, it is still the exact same people, and since you were aware, so the reason when you asked that in the email, we didn't, we were focused on that because we knew it was exactly the same.
I apologize if you've spoken to anyone other than myself that I haven't got responses from, but I've been nothing but communicative to the board, to the staff, since November 23rd until February 23rd. The only answer to any of those questions I've received is the 2014-15 financials. To say that we haven't been communicative, I think is convenient to the narrative of the presentation. And I also think that the understanding of why we wouldn't meet with the organization to have a meeting without getting some would be a very simple request. We want to see the information before we have the meeting, and I think that's a fair request of any organization who has to oversee who represents the sole representative of 17,000 students on campus.
Those requests weren't necessarily to do with, we're particularly talking about the fact that we weren't contacted about forming a referendum question,
yeah.
And that doesn't have to do with our communication. So on top of that, we should have been informed because based on the meeting minutes that you have approved that are currently on the website.
Yeah. So as far as the lack in communication, first of all, I apologize for that. I think part of the thinking was let's get these financial statements properly audited so that we can reply with an answer to all of the questions. And because that process took a little longer than expected, that's part of the reason for the delay in responding. Not a valid excuse, but that is kind of with all of our other issues that we were dealing with, it kind of ended up getting put down further on the list. So I do apologize for that, but that is a very valid response. As far as communicating to meet specifically about the referendum, you weren't the only person that we did contact. We did receive responses from no one about that, but we did think that.
Because no one contacted me about the referendum. Who did you contact?
We contacted. I believe I contacted the CRO. And we contacted the Riller Good Stuff, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
CRO is right here. You never contacted me.
I did send an email. Yeah.
No.
Is Pro.
CRO, Brockers,
Yeah.
same thing?
Yeah, I can pull up an email, maybe something would happen in the
Potentially.
emails, yeah. But even without like us initiating, it was specifically in the motion that we do get contacted by RILRC, so it was still a little odd that never happened.
With regards to the MOU, there is no MOU for this referendum. It's a defund, the same as Brock Radio. So there's no terms or references around it. It's either fund or don't fund. It's a yes. It's one of our very simple yes nos in that process. So there's no MOU piece with it. It's just you want to pay for it, yes or no.